Welcome students. Today we are going to solve exercise 6.2 of chapter lines and angles in the mathematics of class 9. Okay, let us start the process. This is going to be very interesting topic. The first question is in figure 6.28. You can see the figure. Find the value of x and y and then prove that AB is parallel to CD. There is a diagram and in everything is clear in the diagram. AB is parallel to CD, that is to be proved. Now let us start the process. You can see if this angle is x, obviously angle y are there, angle x is there, and we have to find the value of x and y. Obviously the value of x and y will be same. Why is it so? Because they are alternate interior angles. So first of all, let me start with the x. Okay, I am writing x plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? The reason is linear pair. Both the angles are formed at the same line. So this is a linear pair. So x, I will be writing it 180 minus 50 degree. So that will give us 130 degree. So value of x is 130 degree. Sorry, I cannot say that x is equal to y because AB and CD are to be proved that they are parallel. So we cannot consider them parallel. Okay, now you can see this diagram is y. No, this angle is y in the diagram and this angle is 130 degree. So these two angles are equal. Why it is so? Because they are vertically opposite angles. So now y is equal to 130 degree. The reason is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. I am writing it here, vertically opposite angles. And you can see x and y are equal. Earlier I said that x and y will be equal if AB and CD are parallel. Since I am writing it here, since x is equal to y, 130 degree. So alternate interior angles are equal. Therefore, line AB and CD are parallel. Therefore, line AB is parallel to CD. So our work is done. This was to be proved. Okay, the next question is in figure 6.29. You can see the figure. If AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF and YZ are in the ratio 3:7. YZ are in the 3:7. Find the value of x. Okay, x is to be calculated and the ratio by z is given. AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. It means all these three lines are parallel. Okay, by ratio z is 3:7. Let me write it first. Y ratio z is equal to 3:7. Right. So I am taking it as y upon z is equal to, let me say this is 3a upon 7a. Right. 3a upon 7a. Now y is equal to z. Now y is equal to z. Sorry, y is not equal to z. This angle. Let me mark it as u. Sorry, y is not equal to z. Y. Okay, this u is equal to z. U is equal to z. Let me take it v. So u is equal to z. Why? Alternate interior angles. These three lines are parallel. Alternate interior angles. Again, y plus u is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Y and u are formed on the same line. So this is a linear pair. Y plus u is equal to 180 degree. What? We have taken y is equal to 3a and u is equal to 7a. That is equal to z, 180 degree. So obviously this is 8, this is 10a, 10a is equal to 180 degree. So the value of a is 18. Therefore, hence y is equal to 3a means 3 times of 18, 54 degree. And z is equal to 7 times of a, 18 7 ja, that is 126 degree. Right. Now, we need to calculate the x. Obviously now x is equal to u. Why? Corresponding angles. X is equal to u. So x is equal to z. U is equal to z. So x is equal to z and the value of z is 126 degree. So we have calculated the required value. Okay. Now we are moving to question number 3 in figure 6.30. If AB is parallel to CD, you can see AB is parallel to CD. EF is perpendicular to CD. EF is perpendicular to CD. Obviously, it will be parallel to AB. and GED is 126 degree. Find AGE, GEF and FGE, almost all the angles formed by G. Okay, GED is 126 degree. First of all, I will be writing what is given to us. Given GED, angle GED is given to us, and that is 126 degree, right? Moreover, this EF is perpendicular to on AB, so EF is also perpendicular on CD. So this angle, let me say this is this angle and this angle, they are angle of 90 degree. Now let me make it X, this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Okay, X, Y and Z are to be determined, and suppose this is U. So angle GED is equal to 126 degree. Just see. But GED, you can see this is GED in the diagram. GED, it is made up of X and U. So in place of GED, I can write X plus U is equal to 126 degree. But my dear student, can you tell me the value of U? Obviously, the value of U is 90 degree. Why? Because EF is perpendicular on CD. So in place of U, I will be writing 90 degree, 126. So the value of X comes out to be 36 degree. We have calculated value of X. Now the value of Y and Z is to be calculated. So obviously the value of Z will be equal to X plus U, GED. Now let me write it up once again. AGE, angle AGE will be equal to angle GED. Angle AGE, just see in the diagram, will be equal to GED. Why? Why? Because they are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal when two lines are parallel interior angles, right? So the value of AGE will be equal to 126 degree. Now one more angle is left, that is Y. So now Y plus Z is 180 degree. Why? Because this is a linear pair. This is a linear pair. The value of Y we don't know. The value of Z already calculated, that is 126 degree. So that is 180 degree. So value of Y will be 180 degree minus 126 degree. 180 degree minus 126 degree, and that comes out to be 54 degree. And in place of Y, I can write EGF or FGE. So we have calculated all the angles, you can see as asked in the question. Now this is question number 4. In figure 6.31, you can see the figure. A PQ is parallel to ST. PQ, you just see the PQ is parallel to ST. This PQ is parallel to ST, right? And PQR is of 110 degree. This is 110 degree, and RST is 130 degree. This is, you can see this 130 degree. Find QRS. It means this angle is to be found. This angle is to be calculated. So for that, we will be drawing a line passing through R, which will be parallel to ST or PQ. Since ST and PQ are parallel, so it will be parallel to both the parts. So we have drawn a line, and that is line LM. Now this angle is to be calculated. My dear students, you just see the diagram. This angle is to be calculated. Let me mark it as X. This is the simplest way, and this is Y, and this is Z, right? Now try to understand this 110 plus Z is equal to 180 degree. Why? Interior angles on the same side. Interior angles on the same side of transversal. The sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is always 180 degree. Same side, right? So the value of Z comes out to be 70 degree. We have calculated Z. Similarly, we can calculate Y. Again, Y plus 130 degree. You know very well that ST is parallel to LM or RM. So this is 180 degree. What is the region? Same region. Interior angles on the same side of transversal. Sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. So value of Y is 180 minus 130, that is 50 degree. We have calculated Y and Z. So therefore now X is to be calculated. Now I can write x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degree. Angle formed on the same line. Angles formed on the same line. The x is unknown, y we have already calculated, and the z, the value of z already calculated, that was 70 degree, 180 degree. So that x is 1x plus 120 is 180 degree. So we have calculated x, that comes out to be 60 degree, and we were asked to calculate QRS, and that QRS is nothing, that is x, that is 60 degree. Our job is done. The next is question number 5. In figure 6.32, that is the name of the figure, if AB is parallel to CD, these two lines AB and CD are parallel to each other. APQ is 50 degree. In the diagram it is visible. APQ, you can see the APQ, this is 50 degree, right? And PRD, that is 127 degree. Find x and y. This is x and this is y. These two angles have to be calculated. Okay, let us start the process. Now you can see I am writing APR, and since I must say AB is parallel to CD, it is given in the question. Now APR, I am saying angle APR, just see in the diagram, angle APR, this is equal to PRD. What is the reason? What is the reason? Reason is alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal when two lines are parallel and they are intersected by a transversal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Interior angles, right? So the value of APR, in place of APR, I would like to write 50 degree plus y, and the value of PRD already given, that is 127 degree. So y will be the difference of 127 and 50. So let us subtract. This comes out to be 77 degree. We have already calculated. Now the value of x. This is very simple. Now let me write once again. Now APQ. Just see in the diagram. APQ, angle APQ. Just see in the diagram, is equal to PQR. APQ is equal to PQR. Why? Same, alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal. Angles are equal. Okay. APQ is equal to PQR, right? And the value of APQ is 50 degree, and value of PQR is x. It means x is 50 degree. So our job is done. We were supposed to calculate x and we were supposed to calculate y. We have calculated both the values, right? Both the values have been calculated. Okay, now we are moving to the next part. That is the last question. In figure 6.33, you can see PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. PQ and RS are mirrors and they are parallel to each other. An incident ray AB, you can see the diagram, strikes the mirror PQ at B, right? The reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS at C, and again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. So for that, we want to prove AB is parallel to CD. What should we do? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Why? Laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. The students from 9th class study this reflection in the optics. Angle of incidence is equal to reflected angle if a ray of light falls on a mirror. So this BM is a normal, and second law is incident ray, normal and reflected ray fall in the same plane, lie in the same plane. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Similarly, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Why? Same laws of reflection. Because for mirror RS, this BC is incident ray. The reflected ray of PQ is incident ray for RS, and this CD is reflected ray. So angle of incidence is 3 and angle of reflection is 4. So 3 and 4 are equal, right? 3 and 4 are equal, and our job is to prove that AB is parallel to CD. Now let us see. Now let me add 1 and 2. Now let me write ABC is equal to ABC, angle ABC is 1 plus 2, right? 1 plus 2. You cannot write it 3 because 1 is the name of that angle and 2 is the name of that angle, right? So you cannot do not write it equal to 3. Now let me take angle BCD. angle BCD. I am taking angle BCD. Angle BCD is the sum of angle 3 and angle 4. Don't write it 7. The reason is same. But angle 3 is equal to angle 4 and angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Right? Okay. This is equation first and this is equation second. But angle 2 is equal to 3. But angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Either you can use the sign of angle, so you don't get confused. Angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Why? Because BM is perpendicular to PQ and NC is perpendicular on RS. So when PQ and RS are parallel, so their perpendiculars will be parallel, right? RS and PQ are parallel. So therefore BM is also parallel to CN. If BM and CN are parallel, then 2 and 3 are equal. 2 and 3 are equal. Is that clear? Now if we use this relation in equation first and second, then we will be able to write this angle 1 plus angle 2. So angle 1 and 2 are equal, so I will write twice of angle 2. I am taking equation first. Again I am taking equation second. BCD. Angle 3 and 4 are equal, so I will be writing twice of angle 3. But angle 3 is equal to angle 2, so I will be writing angle twice of angle 2. So ABC, hence ABC is equal to BCD. If ABC and BCD are equal, just see in the diagram, alternate interior angles are equal. Therefore AB will be parallel to CD. The work is done. If you have any doubt, please write in the comment section. That will be better. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like this video and share this video to your friends and relatives. If you have any doubt, any query, any question, please mention in the comment section. And thank you very much once again. And if you want video on any topic of your choice, do mention in the comment section. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.